Hey, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So the last session where we stopped. The last session what we discussed. Hmm? The last session where we stopped. Hmm?
JavaScript.
Higher order functions were
JavaScript, higher order functions we discussed, right? Okay. Any other? Did we discuss any other topics? Okay, last time I asked you to write some answers, right? Anyone completed? Did anyone completed? It's W, right? Yeah, these are the questions I posted. So where we go for JavaScript? What's your answer? Very simple answer. If you want to perform some actions on user interface, then you can go with the JavaScript. User interface is nothing but here. Okay, any element you can say. If you want to perform some actions on the elements, then you can go with the JavaScript or not. That action can be anything. Click on the button, action. Enter some text, validate. That is an action. That's all. If you want to perform some actions on my HTML elements, then you can go with JavaScript or not. What is variable?
To store the data.
Okay, it is used for holding the data. But what is variable means? It's like pointing to your memory location. It's a address name of your variable or not. Variable store some data. That data stored in one place. That place address is required, right? That the address name is what? Variable name or not. Why we go for variables? To store some data. To store some data. How many ways we can define a variable in JavaScript? Where name equals to such in. Where name only. Name equals to such in. 3 ways we can define or not. What is document? Document is a predefined variable
predefined variable.
which is represents all your DOM elements or not. Okay, that means the content related code if you want to represent in JavaScript with one variable, that variable name is what? Document or not. If you want to represent your content related code, content is nothing but, for example, if you take this is my content, right? Okay, if you do right click, this content related code if you want to see, okay, where we can see this content related source code in the elements tab, right? This is the one. If you want to represent that one in the JavaScript, we have one variable is there. What is that variable? Document is the variable. That's right. Document is a predefined variable which is used to represent all your elements, all your DOM elements, all your, if you want to represent the content related source code in JavaScript, then you can go with the document. What is window? Window is a predefined variable only which represents all your predefined members in JavaScript or not. It's like a super object in JavaScript, you can say. Okay, how we can reproduce this error is not defined. How we can reproduce this error is not defined. Simple. Okay, if I write like location, location is not defined or not. The variable which is not defined, still you are using, then you can get what? This kind of errors or not. The next one, can you reproduce the error is not a function? How we can reproduce it?
By defining a function.
Okay. I have a variable a with the value 10. If I use like a function, then you can go with what? A is not a function error, you can get it or not. Yes or no? Why we go for functions and how many types of functions we have? Functions are used for what? To write some functionality.
Useful the functionality.
Okay, there has 4 types: function without parameter, with parameter, with return type, without return type or not. Okay, the next one is like when you can go with the return value. When you can go with the return value, one scenario tell me one function returns okay one value. When you can go with that scenario? Very simple. I have a function with the 500 statements. That 500 statement result I want to use multiple places. Instead of calling that function multiple times, ask that function 500 statement value is there, right? That value you can ask him to return it. Whenever he return, you can hold with one variable. You can use that one or not. How many times you want. Instead of calling the function, instead of calling one function multiple times, ask them return a value. You can use that value multiple times instead of calling the function again and again. Now, what is anonymous function? The function which is not having the name, that is anonymous. How many ways we can call the anonymous functions? 3 ways. Okay, one is like immediate invoke, next assign to one variable, next as a callback or not. What is callback? Give me one example. What is callback? The function which you pass as an argument to another function, that function we can say like a callback or not. What is higher order? Which function take function as an argument? That function we can say like a higher order function or not. Write a function which take one more functions as a parameters, right? Function a comma b, my a has to take one function as a parameter, my b has to take one function as a parameter. Okay, write a function to hide the NDTV logo from NDTV website. Go to NDTV website and I want to hide that particular NDTV logo. Already you know that one, document dot that particular NDTV logo selector, you can get it.
What
Document
is
dot
selector?
selector dot style dot display equals to none, like that. Okay, write a function to apply the colors dynamically to the Gmail link in the google.com. Okay, already we completed this one. Write a function to apply the color to the font size, color and font size dynamically to the images link in the google.com using JavaScript. Here also same, document.query selector, get that element reference, and then you can do it. How many ways can we get the reference of an element using document object? How many ways we can get the reference of an element using document object? Document.get element by ID, document.get
Document.get
class
elements.
name, okay, tag name, query selector, all like that or not. Write a code snippet to set some text in google.com using JavaScript. Already we did, right? Yes or no? Understood everyone? Hello, okay?
Yes, sir.
Up to here, we completed in the last session. Now let's go with the next level discussion. Today, I want to discuss about OOPS concepts. Very important. You may not use this concept directly. You may not use this concept directly in your code, but internally everything is depending upon OOPS only. Okay. Now already you are like Python students. We completed OOPS there, right? So same concepts here also we can use it, but the difference is like syntax. Okay, let's go. Now in the OOPS, we have, okay, we are going to discuss like a class, and the next one is like object, the next is inheritance, the next one is like overloading, next overriding, next
Abstraction.
encapsulation.
Polymorphism abstraction.
Encapsulation and abstraction. Okay, these we are going to discuss. Okay, now first of all, my JavaScript is which kind of programming language? Which kind of language this is? Which kind of language? I can say
Dynamic design.
JavaScript is like a functional as well as okay, object oriented also. Object oriented also. That means what, you know, in JavaScript, okay, same like Python also. Python also functional programming language as well as object oriented programming language. Why you can say JavaScript is like a functional as well as object oriented means very simple. You can write a function, you can get the service. Yes or no? Individually, you can write one function like this or not in JavaScript. Yes, no? You can call it or not. It's valid syntax or not. Yes or no? Okay. Now, you can write a class also. You can write any number of methods inside the class. You can use it. That means here directly write the function, you can get the service. You can write the class, you can get the service. So it supports for what? Okay, functional programming as well as object oriented also or not. So Python and JavaScript both you can say Okay, functional programming language as well as object-oriented programming language also. Functional programming means one function you can write, you can execute, yes or no, in JavaScript. In JavaScript, you can write one function, you can execute it. In Python also, you can write one function, we can execute it. So it's like a functional programming. Next, in JavaScript, you can create a class. In Python also, you can create a class. Class contains what? Variables and methods. You can call it. So here, class also it's going to support. Here, function also, individual function also it's going to support or not. That's the reason it is like a functional programming as well as object oriented also. So functional programming already we completed. How to create a functions and everything, last 2 sessions we completed or not. Now this time I want to discuss about OOPS concepts. Okay, object oriented programming system. So first, what is class? Very simple. What is class? Okay, here, okay, when you can go with the class. Okay, very simple. I want to tell something about one particle. Okay, I want to tell something about one particle. For example, I want to tell something about my vehicle. I want to tell something about my vehicle. Okay, what you can tell something about your vehicle? Okay, simple. My vehicle color is what? Okay, how many front wheels are there? How many back wheels are there? At the same time, okay, the speed, okay, mileage. These all, if you observe, related to vehicle only or not? Yes or no? If you want to represent something about one particle, okay, if all this data about that particular one only, okay, then why I need to write like individual? Okay, so I'm going to write something like this. See, I have a vehicle is there. My vehicle front wheels, okay, one, okay, okay, two. For example, my car back wheels like two. My color, my car color, okay, my car color is like red. Okay, these all information about this information about car only, right? If this information is about the car, then why I need to write, okay, front wheels, back wheels, color, all are like individual. Instead of writing like individual, can you keep all these things, okay, can you wrap all these in a single entity? That entity I can say like what? A class or not. So in JavaScript, how we can create a class means, okay, there has 2 ways we can create the class. How many ways we can create the class in JavaScript? How many ways we can create the class in JavaScript?
2 ways.
Very important concept. Okay, 2 ways we can create. You not use directly, maybe, but everything interrelated to OOPS only. Everything interrelated to OOPS only. Any language you can take it, not only JavaScript, Python. Okay, OOPS concepts only depending upon. So I have some data which is represent about one vehicle. Instead of writing outside like this data is related to my vehicle, right? Okay. If it is related to my vehicle, can you wrap all these values in a single entity? Okay. If you wrap everything in a single entity, that a single entity we can say like what? A class or not. Understood? Now, at this moment, my class contains what? At this moment, my class is having what? Okay, FW2, BW2 do color equals to red. Okay, what is this? Okay, FW2. It is a variable or a method or a function?
Variable.
It's a variable, right? So this class contains what? Okay, how many variables are there?
3.
3 variables.
Variables, right? Now I want to find the total wheels. How we can find the total wheels? Front wheels plus back wheels. I want to find the sum, right? If you want to write some functionality, okay, total what? Wheels. If you want to write some functionality, how we can write it? Inside one function or not? Here I can put like, okay, 4 for example. Now tell me, front wheels 2 related to vehicle, back wheels also related to vehicle, total wheels also related to vehicle, color also related to vehicle. These all represents about vehicle only. In that case, don't write outside. Can you keep everything in a single entity? That entity name is what? A class or not? At this moment, my class is a collection of what? How many variables are there?
3.
Variables are there. How many methods are there? How
One.
many functions are there? One. Okay, so
One.
you can write only one, any number. Any number you can write. So I can define a class is like, a class is a collection of variables and variables
Method.
and methods or not. What is the difference
Functions.
between method and a function? What is the difference between method and a function? Functions directly we can invoke, but methods we can invoke using object reference. I will show you that one. Now see, now you can define a class. My class is a collection of variables and methods or not? Yes or no? So this is one way of creating the class. This is one way of creating the class. How we created? Using class keyword or not? Using the class keyword. Using class keyword. We can create the class by using class keyword or not. Understood everyone? Class name, open bracket and closing bracket. Whatever you written inside this class, those we can say like a class members. What is that? Class members. See, this concept not only for JavaScript, not only for Python, any programming language, this concept is common. Very, very important concept. Class members, how many are there? How many types of members are there? Variables and methods or
Methods.
methods. So you can define a class. My class is a collection of variables and methods or not. Okay, now my question is, when you can go with the class? With the class, when you can go with the class? Come on, programmatically, my class is a collection of variables and methods, you said, but I want something more. When you can go with the class? Hey, in this case, yes, I should have to, okay, in this case, I should have to define as a class. I should have to define the class. Okay, tell me one case I want. I want one, okay, case. Anyone? Python. Okay, very simple. Yeah, class is nothing but what, you know. Okay, I have a thought. I have a thought. That's it. Okay, I have a thought. Okay, that is not yet implemented. In my mind, I am thinking like, okay, like this. I want to construct one home. Okay, in my home, okay, there has 2 bedrooms, 1 kitchen, okay, 1 hall, like that. Just I planned. Okay, I have a thought. Okay, now my question is what, you know, when my kitchen and my hall and my bedrooms ready to use? When those are ready to use? Come on, when those are ready to use?
When there is available.
Okay, whenever that particular, okay, whenever that particular house available, like what, physically, then only, right, we can use it. Yes or no? Now here also same. My class is nothing but just you have a thought, you put on one paper, that's it. Okay, in your mind or somewhere you have a thought, but that is not yet implemented, that is not physically available, that is not ready to use. Whenever that is in that stage, that is nothing but a class. Okay, here I'm thinking about my vehicle. Okay, my vehicle, it's like front wheels 2, back wheels 2. Okay, my vehicle color should be like red. Okay, like that I'm thinking. When I can confirm that my vehicle color is red only, my vehicle has 2 front wheels only, 2 back wheels only, when I can confirm? When I can confirm? When I can confirm my vehicle color is like red only?
After physically available.
Whenever that vehicle is available, right, vehicle is physically available, then I can confirm like what, red color. I can say my vehicle color is like red. Okay, like that or not? So whenever, if you want to answer, okay, if you want to provide, if you want to get some services, okay, what is my color, what is my, okay, what is my front wheels how many, back wheels how many, okay, if you come to the house, okay, then the time, okay, when I can ready to use my kitchen, when I can ready to use my hall, if that particular home constructed and physically available, then only, right, I can use it. Till then, till then, it's like what, it's like normal plan only, right? Yes or no? Now come here. Okay, this is my house, this is my house. Inside this one, come on, my rooms is like 2. Okay, my hall is like, okay, 1. Kitchen is like 1. These all are like rooms only, right? Okay, total rooms how many? Total rooms, okay, it's like how many? 4 rooms or not? I want to find all these or not? Yes or no? Total, how many rooms? 4 rooms. Yes or no? 2 plus 1 plus 1. Now tell me, when this hall I can use? If my house physically available or not. When I can use this kitchen? That in my house, okay, first house is physically available, okay, inside that one kitchen is there, I can use it or not. If house is not physically available, can I use this? At this moment it is like what? My thought, that's it. It is my thought. Understood, everyone? So if you want to use it, then what you have to do? First of all, that particular house physically available or not. So physically available means, okay, that object is nothing but nothing. Object is nothing but one particle. For example, chair is an object. If that object is available, I can sit. Otherwise, how I can? Laptop, it is an object. If it is available, then only I can use it or not. Object means physically it's available. Yes or no? So house, whenever it is available, then I can use it or not. So what you have to do? If you want to create, if you want to get the services, if you want to use these features, you should have to find an object or not. That means you should have to find this house physically or not. That means this house object is available or not. Yes or no? Then only you can use these members or not. Otherwise you can't. Understood? Okay, so tell me, I have a class. Can I do anything? I have a class only. Can I do anything? No, right? Okay, class is nothing but what? I have a thought. That's it. When I can use that bedrooms, hall, and kitchen? When I can use it?
And that is available.
When that is available, physically available means that object is available, right? So if you want to get the services from the class, you should have to create what? You should have to create what?
Class members.
Class object. You have to create an object or not. So how we can create an object? How we can create an object? Very simple. In Python,
Object is
okay,
nothing.
we are going to write like this or not? Yes or no? In Python, directly we are going to write like this or not? Yes or no? Okay, but here we have to use like a new parameter, new operator, we have to use it. Okay, like this you can create an object for this particular house. Whenever my house physically available, okay, can I use what? Can I use all the class members or not? I can use my bedrooms, I can use my hall, okay, I can find, okay, I can roam all my rooms. So how many are there? 4 rooms are there. I can roam, I can roam. Yes or no? This is the way you can create an object. We can consume or access the members of a what? Members of a class or not. Understood, everyone? What is class? Now you got some idea. My class is like a collection of variables and methods. Okay, you have a class means you have a thought. That's it. When I can get the services from the class? When I
When
can
it
get,
is available.
yeah, whenever that physical available means whenever the object is available or not. How we can create an object to my class? How we can create an object? By using, come on, to which class you want me to create? House. In JavaScript, if you want to create an object using which operator? New operator. Okay,
No.
it gives me an object or not. Once my house is available physically, then I can use what? Bedrooms and hall and my all the rooms, I can use it or not. So this is the way I can create a class. This is the way I can create a class, and I can create an object. I can consume the members or not of a class. Agreed, everyone? Now the total rooms I'm going to tell like, okay, method, not a function. Now if you observe here, what is the difference between this call and this call? Both are like calling only. What is the difference? This one I called directly with the name. This one I called directly with the name or not. But this one,
By using object.
by
Using
using an
object.
object or not. Using an object or not. Yes or no? By using an object. Okay, so what is the difference between this one and this one? I'm telling now this one is a function and this one is a method. The functions we can directly invoke with the name, but the methods we can invoke by using object reference or not. Yes or no? One.
Sir.
Okay, na? Okay. Now my question is, how many ways we can create a class in JavaScript? See, again, I'm telling, very, very important. If you analyze, if you know the class concept, you can analyze multiple things, your own. How many ways we can create the class in JavaScript? Come on. How many ways? Two ways. What are those? One is like using class keyword. Another one is like what, you know? Another one using function keyword. Okay, you can ask a question. Hey, by using function keyword, I can create a function. Okay, you said like a class. How we can differentiate? That is the question or not? Yes or no? Okay, now we can see that. Now see, if I write like this, class keyword is there. I can say like what? This is a class keyword is there. I can say like what? This is a class, right? Okay, now say if you see like this, what do you think about this A? What do you think about this A? What is my A? A is a class. 200% you can say like A is a class. But if I write like this, what do you think about this A? What do you think about this A?
Function names.
Huh?
Function names.
Function name. A is a come on. A is a function. But I'm telling like A is a class. Which one you agree? You are right, 100% correct. Okay, my function A, okay, function keyword, function name, representation, and function body, it is 100% is like a function only. But you said like it's a function, but I said like it's a class. How we can differentiate? How we can differentiate? How we can differentiate? Very simple. Okay, by seeing this one, first one 200% I can say A is what? A class. But second one, some people told like function, some people told like what? Come on, some people said function, some people said class. But which one is correct? It's like a class or it's like a function. Now, at this moment we can't. At this moment we can't. When you can decide, you know, based on the uses. If I use like this, tell me. If I call like this, tell me, this is what?
Function.
Function. Okay, if I create an object and consume the members, try to consume the members, then I can say what?
Class.
A class, right? It's a class, right? So if I create an object like this, then you can say A is a class. If I call like this, then you can say A is a function. So based on the usage, okay, don't get confused. Okay, let's go, write it. Function A. Okay, na? If I write like this, see, valid only. You're calling A, valid. If I do something like this, it is what? It gives me what? It gives me an object or not. Yes or no? It gives me an object or not. Agree with me? Come on.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now tell me, at this moment my A is what? At this moment my A is what? Function. At this moment my A is what? My A is a class or not. Agreed? Okay. Now, but very simple way you can differentiate it. How you know? 100% there has predefined members or there, na? Predefined members. Yes or no? Tell me some predefined variables, what you know in JavaScript so far? So far, document. It's a predefined variable or not?
Yes, sir.
Or no? Okay. Window. It's a predefined variable or not?
Yes, sir. Predefined variable.
Okay. Console.log I am writing, right? This is what? Log is which type? Log is which type? It's a method, right? You are calling means it may be function, it may be method or not. With some reference, if you call, then the time it's like what? A method or not? It is like a method or not? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Point. Okay, but how we can difference, 100% predefined classes starts with capital letter. Normal variables and methods start with lowercase. Lowercase. Now tell me, fetch is which type? Okay, you can say like this. Location is which type? Location. It gives me an error. Can anyone tell me? Already first class we discussed. When you can get this error, how many checks it's perform? 3 checks. First, LOC is defined by you or not? It's going to check. You not. LOC is coming from any JavaScript library or not? No. LOC is defined by JavaScript people or not? No. These 3 checks failed, then only you can get the error is what? Location is not defined or not. Now tell me, document. Document is defined by you or not?
No.
No. Is it coming from any third-party library? Am I use any library?
No.
No.
No. Okay, still you are not get the error means who defined that?
JavaScript people.
JavaScript people.
It's a predefined variable or not? Like that you have, okay na? Now, come on. Fetch defined by you?
No.
No. Am I
No.
use any third-party library?
No.
No. Okay, still you are not the error. Then what is the type? What is the member? It's like a predefined or user defined?
Predefined.
Predefined.
Predefined. It's a predefined variable or function.
Function.
How we can say? How we can say?
Function.
Here f is there. It's a function. Starts with capital or smaller?
Small.
Small.
Small. If any predefined member, okay, is like a function starts with small letter, that is what? Function.
Function.
That is what? Function. Okay. Now tell me, navigation, did you define?
No.
Did you
No.
define? No. Library? No. Still you are not
No.
get the error. Now tell me, my navigation is which type?
Function type.
Navigation is which type? What is the difference between fetch and navigation?
Navigation is method.
Navigation is a see f functions only. Function small capital letter small letter. Small letter is function. Capital letter is what? Class, right? Yes or no? Come on. So my navigation is a predefined function or class?
Class.
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 Fetch is predefined class or function?
Function.
Function.
Function. Both are like f. Here also f, here also f. But here starts with capital, so that it's a functional class. Here is small, it's a function. Okay, na? Now, class or function? Come on.
Function.
Function. Okay, why? Because it's f function, but starts with what? Capital or smaller?
Small letter.
Small. So it's a function.
Function.
Yes or no? Smaller. Class or function?
Function.
Functions. Function.
Class or function?
Functional class.
Functional
Class.
Class is a functional class. Okay, na?
Okay.
Class or function?
Class.
Class.
It's a class. Class or function?
Class.
Class or
Class.
function? Class. Class or function? Or something else? Tell me. Class or function or something else?
Something else.
What is that something else? First of all, it is a variable, right? It's a variable. It is a variable.
Object.
It is a variable, right? It is not a function. It is not a class. It is like what? A variable. Whose type is what? Object type. What is that object? We'll see. Understood? Class or function?
Class.
Class.
What do you think more? Class, simple. Class. Okay, F starts with capital. Okay, no doubt, no second thought. You can say simply it's a class. F starts with small letter. No second thought, function. Okay, it's like small letter only. Here, if you not see the function F, then the time it's a variable. It's a variable. Yes or no?
Yes.
What is this?
Variable.
Variable.
It's a
Variable.
variable. It's a variable.
Class.
Class.
That's a class. Okay, like that you can. Now you understood, right? How you can differentiate class and how you can differentiate a function? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay. So if I give a class to you, if I give a class to you, what you will do?
Use it.
Use it
Use it. How we can use it?
by creating an object.
Perfect. By creating an object. That class you created, some other person created, it's not a matter. If you have a class, you can create an object for that particular class to access the members of a class or not. Yes or no? Agreed? In your hand, one class is there. Immediately in your mind, you have to think like I have to create an object and I have to consume the members of a class. That's it. That class created by you or some other person, it is not a matter. Class is there. You have to create an object. Yes, no. Come on.
Yes, sir.
Okay, na? Okay then. Now you created a class using class keyword. Now this is time for using function, right? Yes or no? Using functions, how we can create a class? How we can create the class? Come on, how we can create the class? How we can create the class using function? Okay, that is the question. You don't know? Okay, let's go there. Now, using class keyword.
Class keyword.
Using class keyword, that is one already done. Now the second way, right? Using function keyword or not? Yes or no? Using function keyword. So, which class you want me to create? Same class only. Shall we create? What is my class name? What is my class name? House. Okay, house. Okay, now see. Anytime if you create a class, the class name always starts with capital letter. If you start with small, also no problem. But recommended way is what? Class
Capital letter.
capital letter.
Capital.
Okay, now by seeing this one, okay, it is which type of class? Class keyword or functional keyword? It's a class keyword class or functional class?
Functional class.
Functional class. My class contains what?
Variables and methods.
Variables and methods. How many variables are there?
3.
3.
3 variables. How many methods are there?
1.
One method. So can we create? Okay, now first variable is what? Okay,
Relatives 2.
but it is a functional class, na? If it is like a functional class, your class members don't write directly like this. Okay, your class members, can you keep inside my current object? This is equals to self in Python. Okay, now in the functional class, if you want to write a variables, those variables inside where you have to keep? Inside current object this. Okay, now can you come here? The next one is what?
Kitchen.
Okay.
All say
All. Okay. The
One.
next one is what?
Dash dot kitchen.
Okay. The next one is like. Okay.
Kitchen 1.
Kitchen 1. The next one is what? Next one is what? It's a variable, method.
Method.
Method. So your method you have to write like a function or not. Say this. Now here, how many? Console.log of how many? 4. That's it. Ready? Here one thing you have to remember, what? Variables or methods, whatever it is, that is inside my current object or not. Yes or no? Which class? If it is like a functional class or not. So here, see, you assigned which value to my bedrooms? My bedrooms, you assigned value is what? 2. So my bedrooms, which type? It's like integer value or not? It's like a variable holds integer value. Here, my total rooms like integer value. My total rooms are which type? Function, right?
Function.
So that here 2 assigned, that the reason bedrooms like integer. Here, total rooms are like what? Function. That the reason I assigned what? A function. Inside this one, what do you want me to write? Inside this one, what do you want me to write as per your requirement?
Method.
The method only. Here in the body, whatever you want to write, you can write it. The functionality you can write it. Yes or no? Agreed? Up here, okay, everyone? How to create
Yes,
a
sir.
functional class? Okay, very simple. Functional class, if you want to create, all the members should inside this. That's it. All the members should inside current object this. Okay, na? So once you have a class that is functional or class keyword, it is not a matter. How we can consume the members of a class? Come on, in your hand, one class is there. How we can consume the members of a class? Creating an object. See,
Creating an
way
object.
of creating an object is same for all. Okay, new house, and once you have an object, you can consume the members of a class or not. That's it. Understood the difference? In JavaScript, we can create a class 2 ways by using class keyword, and another one is like using function keyword. Class keyword is like, okay, latest ES6 feature, that is class keyword class. How we can create like this class, class name, your what? Variables, your methods. Next, functional. Class contains variables and methods, but the variables and methods should inside what? Current object this. Once you have a class, you can create an object. Here also create an object. Okay, here consume the members. Here also you can consume the members. The way of consuming the members is like same for both the classes. Okay, na? This is the way you can create a class in JavaScript and you can use the members of a class in JavaScript. Shall we check now? Okay, programmatically can we check? Let's go then. Okay, now see, very important now onwards. I'm going to create a class, simple class one I'm going to write. Okay, what you observe, just let me know. Okay. Okay, na? Ready. My A is what? A is which type?
Yes, functional.
Functional class.
Perfect. How you tell like it's a functional class? 2 ways you can tell. Tell me.
It's assigned
One
with
is like
Defining the
90%.
function with the capital.
Yeah, 90%. Okay, it's like starts with
Capital.
capital. That is one thing. The next one is like the members which are inside my current object. That is also what? Class. Yes or no? By seeing
Yes.
these two, I can say my A is like, I can confirm my A is like what?
Functional class.
Functional class, 100% right. You have a class in your hand. What you can do? You have a class in your hand. What you can do?
Create an
Create
object.
an object.
Create an object. So how we can create an object?
Object equal to new A.
New A. Done.
Yeah.
Now this is my obj. Now listen. This is my obj, na? Obj gives me this value, na? Yes or no? Now my obj is an object of which class?
A class.
A class.
A class.
See, in the result itself, are you able to see? If you see any result like this, one variable result, if you see like this, what you can understand? That variable is an object of this class or not? Yes, no. Come on.
Yes, sir.
Okay, now I'm going to write some statement you have to tell. Okay,
Okay,
tell
sir.
me. OBJ is an object of which class you said?
A class.
A class.
A class.
Now tell me about the local storage. Tell me.
Storage class of
Storage.
Local storage is what?
Is a class of storage.
Local storage is an object of which class?
Storage.
Storage
Storage
class.
class or not? Storage class or not? Here, who created this object? Tell me.
We created.
We created. I
created.
created. But the local storage?
JavaScript.
No.
JavaScript.
Any predefined library used? No. Who
No.
created them? Who created? Who
JavaScript.
not created? Didn't get the error means JavaScript people. So my local storage object created by whom? Local storage is a variable whose type is an object created by whom? JavaScript people. That is an object of which class?
Storage class.
Storage class. Agreed, everyone? That is an object of which class? Storage class or not? Okay, na? Agreed? Okay. My storage is which type? My storage is which type?
Class.
Class. Okay. So, can I write that? Which type of class?
Functional.
Functional class.
Not functional
If
class.
you have a class in your hand, what you can do?
create an
Create
Create
an
an
object.
object.
Can I create an object? How you can create an object?
Where OBJ.
New
Where object is new class name.
storage,
Storage.
where object equals to something. Okay, na? Now can I click on enter? Why this error?
Illegal construct.
Why this error? General way you can think. Don't think more. So storage class, okay, it's a predefined one. You are trying to create an object. It's not allowed. Why? See, why? Very simple. I am the person provided storage class. Okay, I am not allow you to create an object. Why? Only one reason. I already provided object or not of the storage class.
Yes.
I already provided or not an object of storage class. Yes or no? I already provided an object of storage class. Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes. If I already provided, then why you create again? Why you create again? Already provided, na? You can use it. Then why you created? That's the reason I restricted. Okay, that's the reason my JavaScript people restricted or not. Whenever the JavaScript people provided you the class and object both, then the time they allowed or not allowed create an object.
Not allowed.
They're not allowed or not. This kind of error, if you get it, you can understand like what?
Already
People already created and given that object to you. You can use that one. Okay, you should not. Okay, okay then. Which type?
functional class.
Functional class. In your hand, one class is there. What you can do with that class?
create an object.
Can I create an object? How you can create? Tell me.
Where object equal to new XML.
XML, HTTP request.
HTTP request.
If it is not allowed, what it means?
Is already
Object
created.
also created by JavaScript people. It is allowed means object created or not created?
Not created.
Not created by JavaScript people, so that you can create it. So my OBJ is an object of which class? See this. OBJ is an object of which class?
XML HTTP request.
XML HTTP request.
Class or not? Yes or no? Okay then. Next. What about cookie store?
Variable.
Variable. Variable. Which type?
Object.
Perfect. Object. Of which class?
Cookie store.
Cookie store. JavaScript is like case sensitive. Na? Here, capital C is there. Here, small is there. Both are different or not? So, cookie store is an object of which class? Tell me.
Cookie store.
Cookie store class only. Don't think more. Right or wrong. Spell out. Okay. Tell. Cookie store is an object of cookie store class or not? Yes or no? So now I'm going to create like this. What do you think? Will it allow or not allow? Will it allow or not allow to us? Allow or not allow?
Not allow.
Not allow, right? Not allow. Why? Because, okay, here they are already given, right, an object for this particular cookie store class. So no?
Yes.
Okay, this is the way you can elaborate, you can check. Go to internet, okay, go to ChatGPT, just type predefined classes in JavaScript. Take one class, the purpose you can see. Okay, are you able to create an object or not? You can check it. If you are not able to create, then looking for that object for that particular class, you can go to ChatGPT. Okay, what is an object for this particular class? If it is allow you to create an object, that's okay, fine. Okay, with that object, what you have to do? Once it is allowed, see here allowed. With this object, what I can do? With this object, what I can do? With this object, what we can do? Come on, with this object, I can call the members of a class or not. Which class? I have a object is there. Object of which class you have?
XML
XML HTTP request. If you have an object of XML HTTP request class, by using that object, what you can do? I can access the members of XML HTTP request class or not? Yes or
Yes.
no? Okay. So, how many members are there in the XML HTTP request class? In Python, tell me. How we can find the members of a class?
using dir.
Yeah,
Using the
right.
dir object.
Okay, here, okay, we have one, you can say property that is called as prototype. Okay, by using that prototype, I can see the inherited members and everything. What is inherited members? We'll see. Okay, these are the members you have. Okay, these members we'll discuss one by one. Okay, now you got some idea about the class, how many ways you can create a class, and what is an object. Okay, once you have an object, how we can consume the members of a class. Understood or not? Okay, then. Now, when exactly in real time you have to go with the class? Okay, very simple. I want to find sum of two numbers and subtraction of two numbers and multiplication of two numbers like that. Okay, how we can write sum of two numbers? You can write a function. Come on, function, one function, you can write sum. Okay, like this, another one. Come on, another one, sub. Next, another one, multiplication. Okay, like this you can write it, no problem at all. Like this you can write it. But instead of writing these functions like this, these all functions related to what? To perform which operation? Arithmetic operations, right? Okay, if all these functions work for the same cause to perform the arithmetic operations, can you write, can you keep all these functions, okay, in a single entity called as a arithmetic? Can you write your sum function? Okay, can you write your sum function? Can you write your sub function like this? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay, multiple functions work for the same cause. Different functions are there. That's okay, fine. Okay, if multiple functions work for the same cause, keep all these functions in a single entity. Keep all these functions in a single entity. Understood? That entity, what we can say? That entity we can say like a class or not. Understood? So, okay, for now I'm going to stop. What you have to do is, I'm going to pose some questions about this class and object. I'm going to post some predefined classes also. You have to write something about those predefined classes. Okay, now the next week, okay, and next week we are going to complete the JavaScript. React we are going to take like not weekends, regular sessions only, morning. Okay, okay, React is not weekend, React is like regular sessions only. Weekends we are going to complete JavaScript. Okay, mostly next week we can complete. After that we are going to take like React regular sessions. Okay now, okay, regular means Monday to Saturday. So I'm going to post some questions, just you can work on it. Whatever the questions I post
Sir,
for HTML, CSS and JavaScript, just complete from your end.
hello,
So,
sir. What is the timing for morning?
second,
What is the timing for morning session?
morning not yet decide, mostly 8 to 9 like that.
Okay, thanks.
Yep. So I'm going to post some questions, just you can work on it. Okay, in the channel only I'm going to post it, just you can write the answers. And one more thing, just wait. Are you able to see my screen? Now go to Kalam Schools. Okay, go to write program. Now go to login. Now see, every day we are going to give some JavaScript questions also. Now see here, JavaScript question, you can try to answer this one, you can post here. Okay, this is Kalam Schools. Go to more from us, go to write test. Every day 3 questions we are going to give to you JavaScript, just you can work on it. Now the same credentials you can use here also. Now here also there has one more questions for day 8. Just you can write the answer here. Write program is there na? Just you can write the answer. There has one more website like uijavakit.your post. Okay, the same credentials you can use here also. Okay, here also there has one question you can see with React, included React you can leave it for now. Okay, this question answer you can write. At this moment you can focus on Kalam Schools. See, there is 3 programs we are going to give every day. Okay, one is like low level, medium, high level. Kalam Schools low level, write test is like medium, and your post is like high level. Got my point? JavaScript. Okay, Python people, for now just you can work on Python only. Okay, just okay, today's question is this one. Create a function fn which should take 2 parameters. Those 2 parameters type is like a function, written one more function. Okay, so you can answer it. Python also. Okay, Java people can write Java programs. Okay, we'll see. Okay, you can focus on JavaScript and Python. Okay, most of the people are joining for Python also, right?
Yes.
Okay, okay then, thank you guys, thanks for joining. Just I'm going to post the questions, just you have to answer and you have to drop a mail. Okay, thank you, bye.